All right, everybody. I am going to walk you through some simple canning procedures that I've learned. I can navy beans. That's what I'm canning right now because we eat a lot of navy beans. So I have my jars, which have been cleaned and now sterilized in the oven. I turned my oven on 350 after I put the jars in so that they can heat up for about like 10 minutes, and then turn the oven off and leave the jars in there, and it keeps them good and hot. So my beans, my navy beans, I soaked overnight, and then I take them, so I do 6 jars at a time, which is 6 cups. So I took 6 of the cups of the soaked navy beans, and I brought them to a boil in this pot. I then rinsed again and poured the water off. So I got 6 cups of navy beans here. I have my pressure cooker right here. My jars are in there. And I have my hot water that's coming to a boil now on that eye back there. I have my cup, measuring cup for my beans. I have my ladle for my water. I have my lids here for my jars. I have my rings for my jars here. I have my jar utensil right here to lift your jars in and out of the water. This water was not brought to a boil, but just so I could see the heat on it in the pressure cooker, and I turned it off. So there we go. And my hot water back here is boiling, so I'm going to turn it off. So here we go. We have our things here to put the beans in. I have 2 of them because I do 2 jars at a time. So how we're going to get these out here. I do 2 jars at a time, so I'm going to do 1. And 2. Then I'm going to close my oven back. Keeps my jar warm. Okay, I'll set that there. Put my things in here. You can see. I get a cup of beans. Put them in a jar. Simple as that. Cup of beans. Put them in a jar. Simple as that. And then I put my water in. And with navy beans, you're safe to go to the rim. Not the top, but right there, the first mark of the top. Right there. So right there, that keeps enough space. So right to where the jar goes in at, that's where I filled it to. So I'm going to fill my other one. So these 2 are done quickly. Alrighty, there we go. Let's take them off. Always use, these are new jars, so, but if you were reusing jars, you want to use new tops. So I always take this towel right here to screw. Alright. Into my water. Into my water. It's 2 down, 4 to go. Alright. Well, actually I'm doing 7 because that pot holds 7. So I started doing 7. Sorry, I told y'all 6. We're doing 7 because when the beans, they swell up. So it's been enough for 7 when I put in there. 1. 2. Okay, water. There is no fear in this, you guys. These there's no bubbles. Some recipes tell you to use the bubble remover, but we're not getting any after we're through filling to that line right there. It's a pretty safe way of doing it. So the bubbles are actually gone in this doing the navy beans, this recipe. So bringing to a boil. Alright. Last 3 jars because we gotta turn I already have 4 of the jars in the pressure cooker. So let me do these and then I will go back over what I did. So let's get them done. Here we go. We got our so we're using a cup of beans because we're using pint-sized jars. So using a cup. And this time I didn't have enough for 7 jars. The last time I did, so I put 7 jars in there. This time I didn't have enough for 7 jars, so we'll just do them. So there you are. We put a cup of beans in each of those pint jars, and then we ladle in our hot water. I explained earlier that I brought that water to a boil. We feel right where the jar shape turns to smaller, right there at the rim. We stop. You can also measure by this thing. You don't fill your water up past that plastic funnel rim. There we go. And like I said, there's no bubbles. The bubbles go away quickly. So we're going to put our lids on. There we go. Okay, here we go. Into the pressure cooker with the rest. Top. I'm always like playing with these things, getting used to this pressure cooker, but it's fun. So there we go. Close. You have to make sure you line that thing up and then get it closed. We're going to turn it on high. We're going to take this off so that we can let our steadily flow comes through. It's been taking about maybe 20 minutes for me on high. Once that steady flow comes through, we take this and we put it back on top of that, and we let our pounds get to like 11 to 12 pounds. When it gets to that, we set our timer for these pint jars. The timer, we want to do it for 75 minutes. Pressure cook for 75 minutes. So When we get to that, we'll let it cook, pressure cook for 75 minutes. And normally I turn my stove down to 3 when it gets to the 12 pounds. Sometimes I'll see it creeping up a little bit more, and literally you can start hearing it like, okay, that's making a different sound, and you'll come and turn it to low. If it makes a different sound after it's been on low for a long time, and sometimes it does that, like when it gets to like 20-30 minutes, if it does that when it gets to low, then what you do is turn it back to 3. Either way it goes, you hear it, you can deal with it. It's simple. And so there you have it. I got 6 more jars of beans canning. Let me show y'all.